Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've got a red N64 game pack with a misleading title. It says Rocket Robot on Wheels, but really it's Rocket Robot on Wheel, because he's only got one wheel. Just one. He's a cute little guy, though. Check him out.
Rocket Robot on Wheels, even if it's only one wheel, singular. This takes place at a future theme park. And with the mad scientist away or whatever, it's Rocket's job to ensure that everything works properly. Except there's a problem. Jojo, the kleptomaniac raccoon, breaks out of his cage and steals Whoopi, the star walrus. Oh, if I had a quarter every time someone did that to me, I'd be broke. What a plot. And a bizarre concept for a game, as you, the player, must pilot Rocket around the most terrifying and bizarre theme park ever imagined. This would scare the hell out of children. The theme park, not the game. The game is actually immensely likable, yet kind of weird. And one that does appeal to kids because it has a cute, friendly robot. I'm actually surprised after spending some time with this that it's not more popular than it is. Rocket Robot on Wheels is an enormous game, and there's a lot of things to do and many things to collect. But unlike most kids' games where everything is obvious, in Rocket Robot you'll have to do quite a bit of exploring and puzzle solving to get even half of the tickets. The gameplay is tricky as well. It's somewhat challenging to make Rocket do what you want him to do, balancing on one wheel and all. He's kind of hard to control, especially when hopping and jumping on narrow ledges or boxes. And without a dual analog thumbstick on the N64 controller, you only have the little yellow buttons to hit and adjust your camera perspective. It takes some getting used to, but thanks to some clever level design, Rocket Robot succeeds as a good 3D platformer. Albeit not an easy one, or a childish one. Finding all of the tickets in any one level will take you some time. In fact, you'll have to revisit levels after collecting coins, which you spend on upgrades for Rocket to earn things like a double jump. And how about this? Rocket goes all Bionic Commando style. He can even drive a little car. Such a talented robot. While Rocket is the star of the game, one of its most memorable features is the music, which is extremely cool and doesn't seem to fit the style of gameplay at all. I wonder if that's what they were going for. After you collect all of the obvious coins and tickets, you'll spend most of your time exploring levels thoroughly, looking around them in a first-person perspective. You'll see or not see coins and tickets hidden everywhere and have to figure out ways to get them. Oddly enough, this reminds me of a Mario game. It has that kind of thought put into it. Rocket Robot is clever. You have to activate certain things like this roller coaster in order to get a ticket, and then play a little roller coaster tycoon to get all the coins. I think the game's intentionally off-key late 90s style makes it unique and separates it from any number of other Mario clones or colorful kids games, but at the same time it also just seems darker and murkier than it needs to be, like it's perpetually overcast. You're living inside a Cure video. While I don't really care for the visual presentation and I've never been a fan of the N64 controller, I like Rocket Robot on Wheels. It's a creative game that works well with the N64 controller and has some fabulous music that packs more challenge than you might expect. So a big shout out and thank you once again to Felicity from Worcestershire, England, for sending this game to the show. Is that Barney or Whoopi the Walrus up there? Probably Whoopi. Let's climb him. From Sucker Punch and Ubisoft, released in 1999, it's Rocket Robot on Wheels, a bizarre yet highly enjoyable game. Just watch out for those camera controls. Thanks again, Felicity, and thanks to all of you for helping to find Whoopi the Walrus.